see another day. Thank you for allowing us to do this podcast. Pray that this podcast is a blessing to whoever's watching, wherever they may be watching. In Jesus' name, I do pray. Amen. Welcome to Shop from the Heart. I'm your host, Isaiah Pfeiffer. Catch this podcast on my YouTube channel, Isaiah Pfeiffer. You'll find all the beats, the music, all that type of stuff. You'll find all of that and much, much more on my YouTube page. Without further ado, let's get started. Because there's two big things going on right now. Wake Forest, you got a game in Georgia Tech. You got a 3-game series. They are ranked number 3 in the nation. Lakers, LeBron, you're up 2-0. But the biggest things that we're going to talk about and focus on today on this show is the aftermath of WrestleMania 42. And we're going to review the entire NFC East in their draft and what they did in the first round. The second round and the third round begins tonight at 7 o'clock, and the rest of the rounds begin sometime tomorrow, all the way until late tomorrow evening or early evening. So there's 7 rounds total in the draft. So there you have it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the draft because WrestleMania talk, the aftermath, will take up the bulk and the rest of the show. Arvell Reese, you went to the Giants, and they really needed defense, okay? Let me tell you something. The Giants with John Harbaugh, Arvell Reese, they're going to make some things happen here, okay? Let's see what... Oh, he came out of Ohio State. That's one of the top schools in the nation to come out of. Not really known for defense. They're more so known for offense. But, get edge rusher. That's what they needed. So, yeah, go ahead. Sonny Styles, you're going to Washington. I predicted that you would go to Dallas, but you're going to Washington. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. You're a linebacker, Washington needs a linebacker. They need defense. And this, look, listen, just because I'm an Eagles fan, I am a fan of the game. So I know just because you're in my division, I know what you need because I played against you. I've seen it. We play each other twice. So I know what you need and what you don't need. Now, it's a two-edged sword, though, because you need it, but I don't want that person to become the it factor when we play each other. So it's one of those type of things. The Giants also had another pick in the draft. The only teams that had multiple picks in the draft were the Giants and the Cowboys. The Giants, they also had Francis, forgive me if I pronounce his name, Maguga. I think that's how you pronounce that last name, Francis Maguga. He's an offensive tackle. They needed somebody to protect Jackson Dart, and that's what they got. Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is going to Dallas. That's a big pickup right there. That's a big defensive guy. That's what they needed. Me and my brother, we seen how Jerry Jones does things in the draft these last couple of years, and I've seen it being done ever since I became a football fan in 2004. Jerry is not known for going for the stuff that he needs necessarily. He's known for going for the blue chippers. But this right here just took the cake. Just takes the cake. Let's scroll down here and see. Oh, now see, look. This is a surprise, guys, because on the sports show that I do on Thursday nights for the radio, I do a mock draft segment for the week before the draft and the night of the draft. And on the night of the draft, I picked Mekhi Lemon to come to the Philadelphia Eagles. This was before I knew anything. Okay? Lo and behold, imagine my surprise when they announced with the 20th pick, because we traded up to get him, the 20th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Mekhi Lemon. I was shocked. I'm like, oh my God. Wow. I called it. Oh my goodness. Now I see how the professional mock draft people be feeling. Malachi Lawrence, you went to Dallas. You're an edge rusher. Of course, Mekhi Lemon is a wide receiver with all this A.J. Brown stuff, what he's going to do, where he's going to land at, that type of stuff. We had to cover our own backside, so to speak, you know. But yeah, I don't want Brown to leave, and fans are upset that we drafted a wide receiver, but nobody said he left anywhere yet. As of right now, he's still an Eagle. But are y'all going to be mad when he leaves? Probably. Knowing if y'all mad right now, I know y'all going to be mad later on. But now let's get to the bulk of the show, and this will wrap it up along with questions and loose ends that we got. I'm going to only highlight some of these big matches from night 1 and night 2 that actually resonated. The Usos and LA Knight defeated the Vision and I Show Speed, because I Show Speed ended up turning on Logan Paul. So that's that. But that's not even a big story. It's the fact that this washed rapper, who was once good, is digging himself a hole. He's writing a check his mouth cannot cash. Justice, I need answers. Why would you run your mouth again? You called Roman Reigns the little dog. You said Jey Uso got his big cousin on him. Like this, we in elementary school, and I'm going to tell tattletale on my brother. I'm going to get my brother on you. I'm going to get my bigger, stronger dude on you, bro. You such a bully. Wham, that type of thing. Nah, bro. Just Roman Reigns is built different. The OG bloodline, we know everything before you even say anything, bro. You running your mouth to a former world heavyweight champion. You running your mouth to the bloodline, man. And then you challenged all of them. Practically a 3-on-1 situation.
Stupid.
To a match at SummerSlam? Bro, stop the cap, man. Stop the cap. You don't want the smoke. You don't want it. Stick to rapping, bro. Matter of fact, you suck at that too. Stick to podcasting, because that's what you're good at right now. Way back in the day, you had a couple hits. Oh boy, Down and Out. A joint you did with Destiny's Child, which really was Beyonce, because the rest of Destiny's Child just didn't matter back then, because Beyonce overshadowed them.
I can give him answers on...
You weren't really that good. That's why Jay-Z dropped you from his label, because you weren't that good, bro. That's why Joel Santana and Jim Jones were better rappers than you, bro.
Here's a funny...
And Jim Jones was sitting front row at Monday Night Raw. We caught it on camera, and you weren't there. That's crazy.
Now, if I recall, didn't Cameron, after his little podcast he got beat up, didn't he say that someone was going to get their butt kicked at WrestleMania, and that he was going to see
show up.
A certain someone there?
He didn't show up.
And now you're mad because someone is calling you old and washed up, when really they're really telling the truth, because you're just hiding. And now you want to come out of your little shell and you have a pack of wolves around you, waiting for you. So, in short, Cameron, now I wouldn't have made that match because you're kind of stupid.
Listen here. Jacob Fatu, you beat Drew McIntyre on the grandest stage of them all in an unsanctioned match. But you made the biggest mistake on Monday Night Raw by coming out and not acknowledging your cousin. Instead, you much rather challenge him. And Roman Reigns just said it straight up. You want what I have, that's fine. I want that for you too. But understand this, it's a two-flip side to this coin. If you beat me and you get that, can you handle the pressure of being the champion? But what if you don't beat me? Can you handle the fact that you have to acknowledge him? So that's deep. But it's also real too. It's deep. Paige returned to WrestleMania, ended up winning the titles with Brie Bella. Nikki Bella was injured, so she took her place. AJ Lee, she lost her title to Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch did everything she said she was going to do because AJ Lee shortly after just said, goodbye again, like she did the last time when she lost at WrestleMania. Again. Appreciate you, AJ Lee, but I can't keep doing that. We can't keep doing this. It makes it hard for me to root for you at WrestleMania. Gunther, I hated the let's be clear. The only fact that you won against Seth Rollins was the fact that Braun Breaker interfered in the match. That's the only reason you won. I don't like you, Gunther.
If we're being legit, then yeah.
I mean, because let's be honest, you were getting beat by Seth Rollins until Braun Breaker tore Seth Rollins to pieces. So, Liv Morgan, I called it. I told you Liv was going to win the title. There was some cheating involved, yes, but did you expect anything less? Did you expect her to be a good girl?
Did we use weapons or did someone come out there?
No, the Judgment Day was lurking.
And what did I tell you?
You know this.
The show before all of this happened. Didn't I say a certain group would come out there and do something dirty? Even he might have showed up. Little Dirty Dom, he might have showed up.
He didn't show up till the celebration. Cody, you are still writing your story. Pat McAfee, you are gone from WWE, as you should be. You don't belong there anyway. And Randy, I do feel bad, actually, because this was kind of an emotional match for me, considering the fact that I like both of them. These last couple WrestleManias that Cody has been in have been very emotional. The first time he faced the Tribal Chief and lost, I felt for Cody, but at the same time, I acknowledge my Tribal Chief. The Bloodline Rules match ultimately started when he lost the tag team match with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and now it was Bloodline Rules. Anything went. That happened, and so, that's how it transpired that he won the title and finished his story. And Cody Rhodes and John Cena. That match last year just was, and then you had Little Yachty interfere in the match. Little Yachty?
Did you really have to do that?
Not Little Yachty, but Travis Scott. I'm thinking about another match that I'm going to talk about later on here in a minute. You had Travis Scott Man said he was wanting to fight. He was going to be a wrestler. This, and this, and this, and then he bailed on us. He bailed on us because he said it couldn't fit in his touring schedule. Well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Either you're going to be a rapper or you're going to be a wrestler. You can't do both. Only certain people were blessed with a certain talent. And he was a 17-time world champion. That album to this day is still doing numbers. And it is triple platinum.
Didn't it?
And he didn't have to even drop another album. Now he said, listen, that's it.
Didn't it almost go platinum almost instantly?
Oh, yeah.
Instantly?
Y'all do realize that his theme song is rapped and sung by him.
By him
and
himself.
His cousin. Like, come on, bro.
I like Bad Man. This little song, Bad Man.
What are we talking? But anyway, Randy, I feel for you, man. I really do. But y'all gonna have a match again? Y'all gonna have a rematch? Especially after what you did attacking him after the match. Which, I mean, I like Randy. Randy Orton's the guy that you love to root for, regardless if he's getting booed or cheered. He's always been like that in his career. He's been like that since, man, I wouldn't even say 2008. He's been like that since his career, pretty much. Ever since he turned back to a heel when he decided to call out The Undertaker for a match at WrestleMania 21, he's been like that. Like, okay, you attack The Undertaker, but
what do you do?
I still like you. Like, you can't do... You can beat up John Cena's father, and I'ma still like you. And he did that, and I still liked him. Oh, but let's move on to night 2. Obafemi is now the new conqueror, the new guy on the block, the new version of Goldberg, the new kryptonite to the beast. And we just laid rest to the beast because guess what? After the match, Brock Lesnar said, goodbye. I'm done. I'm retired. I want to take this opportunity on this show to say thank you, Brock Lesnar, for all the matches, all the memories. And this is not just because I'm a John Cena fan, because most of your great matches, I would say good because they were all great. Anytime you locked up with John Cena, it was great. Anytime you locked up with Goldberg, it was great. Your classic match at WrestleMania 30 where you ended the streak, that was golden. The match that you had with The Undertaker at Unforgiven and Hell in a Cell, that was golden, man. And even the Hell in a Cell back in 2017, that was golden. That was nice. I like that. I like Brock Lesnar. I never had an issue with Brock Lesnar at all whatsoever. Congratulations. Thank you for everything that you've given to the WWE Universe, including me. There's only one guy left standing out of the 2002 class of OVW, and that is Randy Orton. So once he retires,
that's it.
That's the end of an era.
John is
in wrestling. That is the end of an era. Now, that just does not mean that I'm going to stop watching it. By all means. No, that does not mean that. Because, as we all know, as real WWE fans know, when one era ends, another era begins. So, hey.
And this one.
Read between the lines here. Let's see here. I don't want to talk about the ladder match too much because there's nothing really to talk about there. Trick Williams, you're the new United States champion. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. I like him. I know he's a bad guy, but let's talk about it. He's the new United States champion. Let's talk about it. I love it. I love it. Trick Williams. That's my guy. Lil Yachty. He was accompanying Trick Williams, and yeah, as a result, we have a new United States champion in Trick Williams.
That trick.
Whoop that trick. The Demon Finn Balor beat Dominic Mysterio, got his revenge,
Finally.
The night after Raw, Dominic Mysterio attacked Finn Balor.
Wow.
Dominic, come on now, you understand that this is. Come on, he ain't gonna take this lying down now.
Dominic, you're screwed.
He's not gonna take that lying down. But and in a way, I do see what Dominic Mysterio was talking about. He signed a match with Finn Balor, but when you turn on Finn Balor, you need to expect that the demon is gonna come out. You can only push Finn Balor but so far. So yeah, you sign a match with Finn Balor, but you gotta understand when you bring the demon out of him, it's something different.
I remember when we used to play on the old 2023 video game, and how that how we had Demon Finn Balor on there, and he would just be kicking people's butt.
Rhea Ripley, you defeated Jade Cargill. I knew Jade Cargill would get her posse to interfere in the match, but Io Sky held her own against all of them to allow Rhea Ripley to win the title. Jade Cargill, the storm is over. The storm is over. And as a result, because that is a SmackDown title, Rhea Ripley is going to SmackDown. She's not going to be on Raw. So for those of you who are in the Greensboro area and you were looking forward to seeing Rhea Ripley, I'm sorry. But like the program says and like the tickets say, the card is subject to change. So let's get to the real main event. The big one. We already know. We don't need to sugarcoat around this. We already knew this was coming. We already knew that the tribal chief would reign in dominance, and we would all have to acknowledge him. We all have to acknowledge him, because you ain't gonna have no other choice but to acknowledge him, right? I mean, that's just what it is. Because he gonna smash him. He gonna smash through the competition. Because that's what he do. And he ain't no part-timer no more. He said, we get rid of that crap. He said, we gonna do away with all this part-time crap. We gonna do away with all of that. And CM Punk kind of somewhat took a jab at Cody Rhodes, saying, title opportunities are a dime a dozen, but you always got to be ready for one. And then Cody threw his shot back and said, hey, Punk, anytime you're ready, I'm ready. Listen. I'm just sitting here imagining in my mind at SummerSlam if we get CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. It don't have to be any type of match. It could be a one-on-one match. It could be a steel cage. It could be anything you want it to be. It's still going to be good.
You need what I think would be good if we get that match. Falls count anywhere. No stipulations. Just bring in all that you got. Letting it rip.
Now that all that's out the way, questions, comments, concerns.
A lot of people were laughing at how people was getting beat up and how Cameron got called out about him calling Roman the little dog. The little dog.
The little dog.
that he can just...
Last I checked, he was the big dog around here. He's not a good guy.
This
He's
what
not
happens.
a bad guy.
This what happens when you bring the real dog into the fight.
Oh, this is what happens when you bring the real dog into the fight? Wow. So we bring a real dog into the fight. We bring a real dog into the fight, and washed up rappers want to try to make challenges that they mouths can't cash. They want to try to write checks that they mouths can't cash. Well, let me tell you something, Cameron, because I'm about to be real serious when I tell you this. You don't want the smoke, okay? You don't want it. Stick to your day job at that podcast. Tell Mace to pray for you because he's a preacher. Tell him to pray for you. Tell him to give you the Lord's grace. Because if you step foot in that ring at SummerSlam this coming August,
you gonna need it.
You gonna need all the Dipset. You gonna need all the Rockefeller. You gonna need all of Jay-Z's mad strength. You gonna need all of that just to get by.
Just to even put him on the
The
ground.
OG bloodline. Just to even put... What you gonna do? Rap him to death?
He gonna kill you.
You gonna kill this man with a 16 bar? Bro, your career is over. Stick to your day job, my guy. You back in the day, you was a great rapper. Now,
You suck.
you don't even want to bless the mic with your lyrics, bro. Because you know that if you were to come back on this mic, heck, even I would wash you. I would wash you in a battle. Come see me. I would wash you in a battle. Matter of fact, I'll make the challenge right now. If he was watching, I'll make the challenge right now. If he beat me in a battle, he does get the match that he wants at SummerSlam, he can pick the stipulation of the match. But if I win, then my tribal chief gets to pick the stipulation of the match. We can do that. We can go bar for bar if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing to me. Look, I'm all for it. I'm ready. Let's elevate. You know, I'm calling them out. Drake said it best. It bothers me when the gods get to acting like the broads. I'm just saying. But make sure you tune into this podcast every Friday. You know, this YouTube will be popping here in a minute. Comments and everything will be popping here in a minute. So make sure you tune in live every Friday. And yeah, Isaiah Pfeiffer's the YouTube channel. Everything is on the up and up. And we will see you next week. Let me pray. Let me release you. Heavenly Father, thank you once again for allowing us to see another day. Thank you for allowing us to gather together and do this podcast. Pray that this podcast was a blessing to whoever's watching, wherever they may be watching.